My name is Savannah Martin, and this is my resurrection story. In 2010, I found myself in Toledo. I was working at a store in the mall, and I had a lot going for me, but on the inside, I just felt empty. Everything that came my way that made me feel a part of something, I grabbed onto. I partied, I had bad relationships, I gave myself away, gave my virginity away. And in 2010, I just was in this place where I was empty. I was totally unsatisfied, I was unhappy, and I got really sick. I had grown up in the church, but I was as much a Christian as I was American. I went to church on Sundays because that's what you do. But if I'm honest, I don't think I ever opened my Bible. I went back to my hometown and lived with my parents for a while. And I remember Christmas in 2010, my parents gave me a Bible and this devotional. And I remember coming back to Toledo. I had gotten a new job. I was kind of going to start over again. And I remember waking up on January 4th, and I remember looking over at the devotional, and I opened it up, and it was from the perspective of Jesus saying, "Will you trust me?" And I remember reading this and just in a moment saying, "Why would I trust you? You've never done anything for me. You've never been there for me. I'm unhappy. I don't have anything right now. This is it. I'm going to give you one chance, God, and if you don't prove yourself to me, then that's it. I don't want anything to do with you." And I was starting a new job, and I remember getting in my car and driving to my new job, and my gas tank came on, and I was so overwhelmed with the reality that I had no money. And throughout the whole workday, I just remember that word, will you trust me? And that anger became kind of a fear, like, I need you to come through for me, God. I remember driving home, and I was checking my mail for the first time, and I pulled out this envelope, and I opened it up, and inside was a check for $400. And I just remember feeling someone else in the car with me. This God that I knew about, and this man Jesus that I knew about and had heard about, that he was sitting in that car with me. And I went, and I remember opening up my Bible for one of the first times in my entire life, and opening it to Psalm 139, and this God who I knew about my whole entire life saying to me, "I know you. I know who you are. And I know you intimately, and there's no place that you could ever go from me that I wouldn't go to that place and love you." I could have never dreamed 4 or 5 years ago where I would be now. God has restored all things in my life. He is restoring all things in my life. He's taken what the enemy has intended to destroy me, and he's given me victory in those places, from overcoming anger issues to giving me a beautiful marriage with a godly man, to working in a ministry where I'm helping young women who have stories much like my own. And isn't that the true resurrection story, when God redeems us and sanctifies us and sends us back into the hell that we were living in before to help pull other people out? He gives us that grace and that strength to go and be the resurrection story to people who were where we were.